Hello, angels. It's Miss Quack. I'm trying to cover up my necklace. I don't want anybody to really see it. Um, I'm doing a word to the wise video right now, and I know it's late, but I'm gonna put it out anyway. Today's word to the wise phrase is: "It's always wise to follow your first mind." That's an old wives' tale that just simply means that voice within. When you hear something within your head telling you, "No, you shouldn't do that," or "This is what you should do," and it's a real faint voice. Um, I do believe that it is our guardian angel, or some people say it's God's voice. It could be your higher self. In actuality, it could be anyone from your spirit team. We all have a spirit team. And I talked about that before. Go look at those videos if you want to know more about spirit teams. But I'm really down right now, and I'm trying to pick myself up. I'm always telling you guys about how to stay positive, why it's important to stay positive and not let things get you down, not let things embarrass you. Um, and I feel that if I'm going to be really serious in this journey and in this work that I'm doing, then I need to allow myself to be seen as, vulnerable sometimes, because it happens to all of us. Um, I'm so livid right now. I'm so angry. I'm so angry I can't cry. I tried to cry and a tear came down, but I just couldn't finish crying because I'm so mad right now. If I had a movie on, it would be black. And you know who I'm angry at? Me. It's really hard being angry at yourself. It's not hard being angry at other people because you can cuss them out, you can beat them up, you can ignore them, you can do whatever you want to make yourself feel better. It's not doesn't mean it makes it right, but you give yourself those options. But when you manage yourself, what do? I ain't the type of person that go around cutting myself like some people do. I'm not judging nobody, but what can I do? I didn't listen to my first voice. I didn't listen. And then I hear a question come up in my head: why didn't you listen? And the reason why I didn't listen is because I'm always thinking that I overreact. I always think that it's not going to be like that. Oh, it'll be okay. I'm a conspiracy theorist in every aspect in my entire life, even from people that I meet, even from those of you that email me or you text me or you send me a message and you make comments. I don't. It's hard. I have trust issues. I don't trust anyone. Let me just get that out in the open. I don't trust anyone. So all due respect to all of you. Okay, I don't know you, so I don't trust you. So when you write or you call or you email, it's like I got my guards up. And when I realize that I've hurt some people's feelings who truly have my best interest at heart, I don't want to miss out on good friendships. I don't want to miss out on a good lesson to learn because I'm such a conspiracy theorist and I have trust issues. So when I finally let my guard down to be trusting, shit like this happens. That's why I don't trust. Let me tell you something. We are at war right now. We are in several wars. But individually, if you are trying to raise your vibration and you're trying to stay on the path of um, whatever spirituality you choose, especially if it's a positive spirituality path, you're going to be tested. Like I am constantly being tested. Don't think for one moment that Miss Quiet Queen got it going on, because I wouldn't say that. If anything, I get tested more. And I say that because I have taken on so many responsibilities, and also because I do believe that I know who I am spiritually. And anyway, I didn't follow my first mind. I I I something was given to me from higher realms. I can't tell you everything, but some higher authorities in the spiritual realm made themselves unseen. They can be physical, but they made themselves unseen and they gave me something. I cherished it. I loved it. I was so excited. I wanted to cleanse it. So I put it in my garden. I followed my first thought by putting it in my garden to allow it to be cleansed through Mother Earth. I was going to leave it in there from one new moon to the next new moon, and I go in there periodically to check to make sure it's there and still okay and give it my energy. Just now, when I got back from work, I went to my garden to look because I buried it in there. It's not there. It's totally gone. It is gone. Where could it be? It's not perishable. It's made of steel. So it's not like it's going to dissolve in the dirt. I'm so sad. And then I heard this voice that said, it's okay. And I felt this smile. I felt this calmness. It was really faint. And it wasn't coming from me because it was separate. I was still feeling anxiety and anger and disappointment. And then there was a separate feeling like it was coming from an outside source, but it was in my head. Does that make sense? And I heard this voice say to me 2 times, it's okay. What happened was supposed to happen. So maybe it came to me because I had to do what I did in order to get it to where it really needed to go, or whoever came and got it, or whoever spiritually come and got it. Because y'all don't think for one moment that there are not energies and people out there that can change their, like biokinesis. They can change things in their body and become alchemists and appear someplace out of nowhere. People can do that, and I don't know why people don't believe it. You know, we have been programmed so much to not believe how powerful we truly are. That's why it's important to clean up your pineal gland and your chakras and everything. So something got it. Something or someone got it. And I thought maybe an animal dug it up. But how would an animal know just to go and dig? It was a really, really powerful object. And I want to talk about what the object is. Anyway, maybe it wasn't mine. Maybe it wasn't me. Because I went, I put it in there and I would check on it twice and it was still there. And this time it's not there. Now let me go back and finish telling you guys about the war we're in. We are in physical war with demons, demonic forces, and very intelligent wizards, sorcerers that can do things like this. They're fighting. Some are fighting for us, some are fighting against us. And I should have known something was going on because you all know what hematite is. Hematite is a stone that brings grounding. It's very, very important. And you could also buy hematite rings. Well, I bought one. Have you ever noticed that I don't have on my hematite ring anymore? That is because it broke into 3 different pieces. Now you may ask, how did that happen if you had it on your finger? My answer to that question is, get your own question. 3 little pieces, and they stick together. And I was talking to someone because the way it happened was I went to the store and I put my hand on the counter just like that, and it just shattered. And I asked someone about it who also wears one, and he said, "Well, they get full of gunk. These are to keep you grounded, and they absorb negativities as well." He said, "You have to cleanse it. You have to consecrate it every so often, and or else it just gets so full it breaks. So it's useless now. I mean, it's useless right now. Maybe if I cleanse it, I can still use it for something else. Maybe I will do that. And maybe that's why my thing is missing. And that's why I really don't want to show my talisman here. It's not new, but I don't really want to show it because you guys asked me a lot of questions, and this is going to be over 10 minutes, of course. You asked me a lot of questions about a lot of different things that I want to share with you guys so much. I want to share as much as I can with you, but understand this. There are people watching, whether they're humans or aliens or energies or spirits or souls or whatever. Some of them don't have our best interests at heart. Some of them don't have my best interests at heart. Some of them want to kill me, and I know this. But I know how to protect myself, and I know my position on the spirit realms, and I am very powerful on the spirit realms. But that's something that I'm not going to keep talking about, because if you got it going on, you don't need to say you got it going on. You just, people can see it, right? But I'm trying to get my point across in this video. Whenever you hear something in the back of your head telling you something, you need to pay attention. Because what happens is, let me tell you what happens is, and I'm speaking from experience. When you begin to ignore that voice, over time, that voice can develop its own personality, so to speak, and it will be giving you wrong information. It's kind of like it shifts, and it, when you ignore it, the opposite of you ignoring it would be it misleading you. So you could go, so if you're a type of person, you go, oh, damn, I listened to my first thought and it led me wrong. Think about how you listened to your first thought in the past. Did you always ignore it or didn't pay any attention to it? I'm not going to listen. And sometimes when our first thought tells us to do something and we do it, we don't understand why. Sometimes you don't need to understand why. I was so upset because my first thought told me, okay, just take it out, But I ignored it because I thought it was wrong. Because a lot of times, in the past, I used to think,
yeah.
Who is it?
Jack. He said Eddie been trying to call you all day.
I'll call him back. You want me to give you? He on the phone now? He's on the phone now?
Jay is, yeah.
What's up? Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. I have been ignoring my first thought periodically throughout the years. I will ignore it. Oh, that's not going to happen. Oh, I'm over exaggerating. I second guess. Never second guess your first thought. Never, ever. Because you'll end up like me. You think, okay, I'm going to listen to it this time. But then you shouldn't, because it leads you wrong. So many times my first thought, what I thought was my first thought, oh my God, Spirit telling me not to do something, it led me wrong. Hold on a minute, let me finish up this video. I don't edit. Maybe I'll let my daughter edit this. I don't know, I'm just so upset right now. Always listen to your first thought and cleanse your hematite rings. But that voice that told me, it's okay, you did your part. Okay, sometimes the universe has to take a plan too. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope you understand that I am vulnerable sometimes. I make mistakes sometimes. I wanted to come to you all and let you see what I'm going through, and that it happens to me too. It happens to all of us. I just don't trust. I have very bad trust issues. And I'm going to talk about that in another video so you all can understand what I mean, what I'm going through. Thank you for listening, you guys. Remember, it's always wise to follow that first thought. Thank you for listening. Stand alive.